Hello and welcome. Today we're going to look at the basic calculations of motion. First thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at an overview of the different types of scenarios and calculations. In motion we get four types of categories, where the first one is not moving, the second one is moving at a constant speed, then we're moving at a constant acceleration, and then moving at a increasing or decreasing acceleration. Now, if you're doing physics in IGCSE, the first three would be the core, and the fourth one would be the extended work that you're going to learn. If you're doing AS mechanics, then you're going to only know about the first three, and if you're doing AS physics, you're going to do all four as well. Now, what is important to know here is that when an object is moving, we can't calculate its speed, okay, or velocity, because it's zero. So we can say 0 meters divided by the time, and that's just going to give me 0. When we're using constant speed, there is a formula that you've learned all the way in checkpoint that says speed is distance over time. Okay, and that is the formula that we use for constant speed. As soon as we're accelerating, then we cannot use this formula. Okay, so when it's constant speed, we can use that formula, but the moment we're accelerating, we're going to use what we call the acceleration formula, which is v minus u over t. Okay, and this formula is what I must use when there's acceleration or deceleration. When we're calculating this part, you'll only be doing that in AS mechanics, where you do calculations for that. What we will be doing here later on in IGCSE extended physics is graphs for this category. But most importantly, for the second and the third categories, where we have constant speed and constant acceleration. When we have constant speed, we use speed as distance over time. When we have constant velocity, moving at a constant acceleration, or when we're increasing or decreasing speed, we will be using that formula. And that is very important to remember. This is the first question that you're asking yourself. Is it moving at constant speed? Then I use this equation. Is it moving at is it accelerating? Then I use that equation. As I said before, in physics, IG and AS, we will be using V. Okay, velocity is displacement over time, or speed is distance over time. We use the same symbol V. Distance and displacement, we'll use a S over T. And now what comes in later at this point is when we have acceleration. If you're doing mechanics or physics AS, we will use the equations of motion, or the constant acceleration equations, which this is one of them, but then there's plus 3 other equations, but that is only in AS. So if you're an IG, you are stuck with this formula and that formula, and then what we will be learning about graphs a bit later. So these are the two options that you must always ask yourself. Is it traveling at constant speed, or is it traveling at constant acceleration? Is it increasing or decreasing its speed? Then we use this. If it's constant speed, we use that.